It's happy 35th birthday for tomorrow to Peter Beardsley, and welcome to the FA Cup to 34-year-old Ruud Gullit. Two great players, one of whom will be disappointed at the evening's end. In all, there are 5 changes in personnel compared with the match at Stamford Bridge 10 days ago. 3 of them in the Newcastle lineup. John Beresford, Lee Clark and Steve Watson come in, and they replaced Robbie Elliott, and 2 who failed fitness tests today, Steve Howie and Rob Lee. But a third who took a test, Les Ferdinand, the man whose goal brought this replay about, maintains his record of being in every starting lineup this season. But the man who, sadly for him, helped to give Ferdinand the chance to save the day for Newcastle, Dimitri Karin, is missing from the Chelsea lineup. He has a groin strain. Their other change is Ruud Gullit in place of Paul Furlong. The goalkeeper is Kevin Hitchcock. Mark Hughes, whose goal gave Chelsea the lead in the 35th minute of the first match, gets the replay underway against a side with a 100% record on their home pitch. No change in the referee, Stephen Lodge of Barnsley. Dan Petrescu. Useful for Phelan. Hughes in the middle. And still, Spencer. Blocked by Watson. Right start by Chelsea. Good cover, Ginola. Didn't get it away again, Petrescu. Taken off his toe by Peacock. Signified, but it certainly didn't work. Good running, Kitson. Phelan with him. Ferdinand far side. This is Watson. Hesitated. Had a chance to go around the outside, but really didn't make up his mind. It's a bit short. Lee was equal to the task. Didn't see any observation made, but it was Gullit after all. Nice kill back pass. Barton. Ferdinand, misjudgment by Lee, and Hitchcock has come for it, couldn't claim it. Timely moment. Ground was too much for Ferdinand as well. And Hoddle with words to say, hugely disappointed with a very late goal in the first match. Good running by Gullit if it's played now, but it wasn't. Here he is on the left, not in such a threatening position. Neatly done, but there were too many around him, but he could have been played in down the middle. He had the vision to make the run. The man in possession did not have equal vision. It's not a bad attempt by Andy Myers, but it was a great run by Gullit. Slight puff of the cheeks. Ferdinand, Kitson wouldn't come down for either him or Dewberry. A little bit of push and shove between the two, followed it. Beresford. Ginola. Change of mind, he beat himself. Ball ball by Wise. Well spread by Hughes. Spencer in possession. Gullit the furthest forward. And that's still the case. Now Petrescu on the right side. Hits it well. It's well saved. But he allowed himself to let it run a little further to make sure of the shot. But that put the angle rather more in favour of Cernicek. Ferdinand. Good try! Hit the post! Wonderful shot on the turn. Listen to the applause for Les Ferdinand. Hitchcock was nowhere near it. Spencer. Well in by Peacock. Ferdinand. Beardsley. Ferdinand. Just brushed, really, no more. Quite as cold as those two are making it seem. It's really quite mild. What a ball by Gullit to Phelan, who thought he was pulled a bit. So did Gullit, but it was quite magnificent. Must have been better part of 50 yards, that pass. Just couldn't get it in stride. Still chuntering a bit about that. Free kick to Newcastle. Albert forward. An anti-climax. Foul by Peacock, who complains to the referee and will be the first name to go in the book. Referee has no option. Difference in physique, certainly, but he lent in. Ferdinand. Good pace. Free kick against Lee. There were three players behind him, but he was going in with an intention of finding the shot. One or two with points to make. Yellow card. Wise push back. Albert got a deflection, it's in! Smiles on the bench. Deflected off Dennis Wise, who was the man on the edge of the wall.
First goal for Newcastle and the scorer, Philip Albert.
But as you could probably hear from the public address announcer, the scorer, as far as Newcastle are concerned, not this man who made the deflection, but Philippe Albert, the Belgian. Just the one goal in the half came from the set piece. Philippe Albert's shot coming off the end of the wall where the brick was Dennis Wise, and the home side lead at half-time. Stephen Hodge gets the second half of this third round replay of the Littlewood-sponsored FA Cup underway. Newcastle now playing left to right. Beardsley. Comfortably cut out by John Spencer. Gullit. That's Straight into Albert, who was beautifully poised. Ferdinand. Glenn Hoddle in the foreground there would have earned his corner at half-time. Late equaliser at Stamford Bridge, a deflected goal here, and also the incident involving Barton and Phelan, which didn't go Chelsea's way. Gullit, chased by Beardsley. This is Newton. Barton. Stake by Myers, and still. Recalled the challenge there, Evans. This is Beardsley. Oh, he did well. Ginola! Lovely strike by David Ginola. But how well did Beardsley do? Managed to get it out to him, and he hit it first time. Just the wrong side of the post. Slight hesitation, and Hitchcock over the top in the end, but Andy Myers inquiring why he didn't come for the ball earlier. Changed his mind, and it was a really good stop. But Myers seemed to have a bit of a pull here. He was trying to pull back Kitson, that's for sure. And in the end, the defender went down. He was expecting his goalkeeper to come and claim that. And in the centre circle, there's Ferdinand, who's been troubled by an Achilles injury, is also getting attention, but not, it would seem, for that injury. And Andy Myers having to be helped off. And Ferdinand, it does seem to be higher than that, coming off for some attention. So both sides at the moment with 10 men, but not for long. Back comes Ferdinand, and on for Chelsea comes Steve Clarke, number 2 there. Came off Clarke, in fact. Didn't know much about it. Put it. And Chelsea sort out the defensive work. Myers goes off on the stretcher. They played an hour of this replay, and here's John Spencer with a real chance, and the referee's given the penalty. Peacock is going to protest, and Peacock has already been booked. It was he who made the challenge. They're looking at the linesman. The ball is on the spot. Yellow card for Peacock. Red card for Peacock. Didn't get the ball. Got the legs of the referee. Spencer went down appealing. And Darren Peacock, who's played so well in this match, comes off having conceded the penalty, which Dennis Wise will take, and from which he scores. It's 1-1. And Newcastle have to play for just under half an hour with only 10 men. And the contest is now all square. Confidence of the Londoner to hit it while the applause was ringing around the ground for Peacock. No fear from him. Concern now for the home team. Sudden swing of fortune. Beresford. Ginola. Beautifully away from Petrescu. Kitson in the middle. Ferdinand slightly behind the play. He's now forward. Looks too long, but nobody's taken control. Kitson. And the referee has pointed to the spot. We've got a second penalty from a hugely untidy challenge. Kitson, who went down, but it was because they let the ball go. Huddle can't believe it. Lee, who made the challenge, there was an arm there on the back, and it was enough for the referee to point to the spot, but it was because nobody took control as the ball went across. Ginola was allowed to win it, and the penalty resulted. Lee on Kitson, and Peter Beardsley has the chance for the celebration of his 35th birthday, which he takes. Beautifully sending Hitchcock the wrong way. Newton, Clark, Wise, Gullit, forward to the right of Hughes. This is he, Spencer, great stop, instinctive reactions, acrobatics from Albert. Really good block though by Pavel Cernicek. News of the injuries, Ferdinand has a back problem, and Andy Myers more serious. It's a serious hamstring injury. Spencer came to Gullit, and it's turned away. The ball was hanging in the air. It had come further across. Gullit was in fact better placed. This is Spencer. Gullit now. Yes! Ruud Gullit has made it 2-2. The Dutchman has had his say. Might have done so a few seconds earlier. Long cross from Spencer. The nod down from Dewberry. And in by Gullit. Nothing that Cernicek could do about it. Peel by Albert, but it's 2-2. Extraordinary cup tie. Up and under, offside Gullit. Referee has another look at the watch. And extra time there will be. 2-2 the outcome after 90 minutes. Ruud Gullit saving the day for Chelsea against the 10 men of Newcastle. We now have another 30 minutes to survive with those 10 men.
Well, there were no further goals in extra time. Now it was the dreaded penalties.
The last time that Newcastle lost an FA Cup tie here, it was against Bournemouth in January 1992. Third match, one was postponed because of fog, or abandoned because of fog. They lost on penalties 4-3. The Newcastle captain, Peter Beardsley, the first to strike. And he hits the crossbar. Would you believe it? Chance for David Lee to put Chelsea ahead. David Lee, who conceded the penalty, but unlike Darren Peacock, was not booked for a second time and therefore stayed on. The referee says it was an innocuous challenge, but he gave the penalty. Now Lee takes his penalty. And Chelsea lead. Straight down the middle from whence the goalkeeper had moved. Steve Watson next. Kevin Hitchcock didn't have to do anything last time, but he does this. Two failures for Newcastle. Side foot, and he got across well. Didn't have the power. Dennis Wise. Chelsea lead 1-0. They now lead 2-0. Well placed. John Beresford. And really he has to score to give Newcastle hope. And he does, with real venom. Two-1. Chelsea still with their third man to play. Former Newcastle United player Gavin Peacock. (3-1) Chelsea. Again, well placed side foot, but side foot with power. And I wonder if the Frenchman, David Ginola, ever thought it would come to this. And there's a slight delay, which puts extra demands, and in fact the order is not correct. B for Belgium comes before F for France. Philippe Albert. 1-3. Two-three. Two out of four for the home side. Three out of three so far for Chelsea. Next is Eddie Newton. They've gone to celebrate the victory. Don't need any more. Glenn Hoddle has, I'm sure he's feeling, won this tie for the second time. He thought he'd done it at Stamford Bridge. He has done it now in unlikely circumstances. Kevin Hitchcock with the one save. Put it is who ends the day with a smile. And Peter Beardsley, on the eve of his birthday, with a frown. Lee, Wise, Peacock and Newton decisive in the penalty competition. Newcastle go out. Chelsea make the short journey to Loftus Road to play Queen's Park Rangers in round 4. You can only feel huge sympathy for any team that loses in the cruel drama of a penalty competition.
Are you totally exhausted?
I feel as if I've played the extra time and the penalties as well. You kick every ball when you're on that bench. I'm sure Kevin feels the same. But obviously we're absolutely delighted. I felt we played well tonight.
I suppose you feel that you won this twice in a way?
I felt as if I'd lost it in the first game. And that was the feeling in the dressing room. Obviously with a few days, you know, to get head around it, you realise you're in with a great shout still. But no, it was, the boys were magnificent today. To come here, first time they've been beaten. I know it went to penalties, but I felt that we really played well enough to have won it during the 90 or the extra time. But they made it hard for us. They made it hard. They're a good side.
A rumour from the Chelsea dressing room has it that you were desperate to score in this one.
No, I was not desperate, but I felt, you know, that I could score a goal and that it came in the last minutes. That's what was good. I think, you know, if we look at the game, I think we were better and maybe we could do better than this. You know, I thought that we could decide the game also in 90 minutes, but you know, unfortunately, you know, they were back in the game again with the penalty, and then we had to fight back again. But I must give a compliment to the team how they react on that moment, because it was really unfair for us. But you know, that's also football.